Let's take a one more problem statement. The problem statement saying that out of a string, out of a string, you have to create a new word. किन का न्यू वर्ड बनाना है? Those characters which are present at even indexes. इवन इंडेक्सेस पे जो जो भी करेक्टर प्रेजेंट है किसी भी स्ट्रिंग में, उससे हमें क्या बनाना है? एक नया वर्ड बनाना है. लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल. लेट्स टेक फर्स्ट एग्जांपल. आई एम सेइंग लॉजिक, LOGICAL. दिस इज लॉजिकल, राइट? सो व्हाट इज द इंडेक्स नंबर ऑफ दिस? 0 1 2 3 4 5 एंड 6 ईयर, राइट? सो अगर मुझे इवन इंडेक्सेस वैल्यू का एक नया वर्ड बनाना है, दैट मीन्स द न्यू वर्ड हियर विल बी समथिंग लाइक दिस. लेट्स कंसिडर एल एज द इवन एज वेल. सो हियर इट विल बी LGC and L, because these are the even values. This is even value, this is even value, this is even index, this is even index, right? So these are the even indexes, and the new word that we will be having is something like this, right? Or I can say here, let's say I'm saying index itself, INDEX, index. Okay, so this is 0 1 2 3 4. That means the new word that we will be creating here is IDX. Getting this point? So how to do it? So first way is, as I have shown in the last video as well. So we can do something like this. Let's say I'm saying A is equal to, it is receiving the input word from the user. I will say input, right? Enter the word here, we'll be writing obviously, right? Then I can say like this: print, as you have seen in the previous video as well, A of colon 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 2. This we can get a new word. Let's say take an example again. Let's take this logical itself. So here we are saying that start from the starting condition we are not given, stopping condition we are not given. So obviously it will be starting from 0 and going till last and taking the jumps up to. So obviously it will start from the 0. From 0 it will take the jump up to, it will go the L. From L it will take the jump up to, it will give you C. From the C it will give the this. That means here we will be getting is L, G, A, C and L, right? This is one way, but here we'll be doing it with the other way as well, as I have shown you in the last video something about the for loop. So we'll be using that for loop now. Same example we'll be using here. A, let's take an example. A is my LOGICAL. Logical is my word, right? So obviously we'll be using here for loop. I will say for I in range, कहाँ तक जाना पड़ेगा? What is the length of this word? That is 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, right? So 7 तक हमें जाना पड़ेगा. So that means the index number of this L will be now 6. So what I'll be saying here is I will say length of, किसकी लेंथ निकालनी है? A की लेंथ, वहाँ तक आ जाओ, right? So I'll be dry running it as well. यहाँ पे we'll be creating a new word. Obviously we have to create a word like this, right? LGCA. Let me show you that as well. Let's say I'm saying here print. Okay, before printing, so what I have to do is I have to check, obviously. Okay, I guess everyone knows now this thing. Okay, let's see. The logic is 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. That means here you'll be getting the 7 indirectly. That means instead of this length of A, what will be receiving here? Number 7. Now you know this 7 is the stopping condition. This 7 is the stopping condition, right? And the range will return you something like this. The range will return you range of 0 comma 5, right? So by default that means it will start from the 0. Getting this point? So that means initially I will be equal to 0, right? Then you will check, is 0 less than 7? Yes, it is less than 7. But here the question is saying that you have to take which indexes? Those indexes which are what? Even. In mathematical in mathematics, if we are saying that some number is even or some number is odd, how to check that? If the remainder is 0, right, then you can say that the number is even or odd, right? If I am saying that, let's take an example. I am saying something like this: is 2 even or odd? So what I will be doing is I will say, can I perform the operation of 2 and can I get the remainder as a 0, then we can say this is a1, right? So if I will take here 3, if I perform 2, 2 ones are is 2, and the remainder you are getting is here is 1, that means 3 is not a1, right? Similarly, if I am having here 8, if I have to check is 8 a1 or not, so what I'll be doing is 2 4s are 8, the remainder that you will be getting here is 0, then you can say 8 is a1. Similarly, if I am having here 9, I'll say 2 4s are 8, the remainder you'll be getting here is 1, that means 9 is not a1, right? So you can understand here. So what I have to do before doing anything, we have to check whether this I is even or odd, right? We have to check whether this I is even or odd. So how will be checking this I is even or odd? And you also know something about the modulus operator, right? So modulus operator, you know. So what I'll be doing here is I'll be saying something like this. 0 modulus 2 क्या 0 के बराबर है, right? So that means here I have to do the comparison. Can I say something like this? 0 modulus 2 is equal to 0, right? If it's equal to 0, then I can say that this is a1, right? Similarly, like this, I will say if 1 percentile 2 is equal to 0, if it is equal to 0, then I can say 1 is a1, right? So that means here before doing anything we'll be checking something like this. What is the condition we'll be checking? We'll be checking I percentile 2 is equal to 0 or not. If it is equal to 0, comparison operator we are using here, that means where we have to check left hand side is equal to right hand side. This is a comparison operator. So the comparison will be doing, if it is equal to 0, then we can say that okay, it is a1. If anyone doesn't know about the modulus operator is nothing, it is just finding the remainder. It is just finding the remainder. You can't do the decimal division here. If I am saying that 15 mod 4, right? So 4 4 3s are is 12, 4 4s are 16, so we'll be going the less. I'll say 4 3s are is 12, so the remainder that I'm getting here is 3. That is the 3 is my output of this. If I'm saying 5 modulus 4, so the output that I'm getting here is 3, right? This is the modulus operator. Now here same thing we'll be doing. Before doing anything, we'll be checking what is the value of this I, right? Is I even or not? So for that I will be having certain condition. I will check here inside for loop. If I percentile 2 is equal to 0, if it is equal to 0, that means this condition is true. So at that time what I'll be doing is I'll be printing the value that is present at that index. I'll be printing the value that is present at that index. So I will say here print a of I, right? Else we'll be not doing anything. Why? Because we just need the a1 part. The question is not telling us what you have to do with the odd indexes, right? This is the thing here. Now let's dry run it. Initially, what will be the I value? Everyone knows now. Initially I value will be 0 here, right? Is 0 less than psi? Condition true. Now here you are checking if I percentile 2. Here you are checking I percentile 2. That means 0 percentile 2, is it equal to 0, right? That means I have to check is left hand side same as right hand side. This thing you have to do if you are doing this comparison. So we have to use the double equal to, right? So here if you will check something like this, so I will be having the 0 here, and my dividend is 2. I will say 2 zeros are is 0, remainder is 0. We can't do 2 ones are, that will be the greater than this 0, right? So that means the remainder that I am getting here is this 0. That means I can say here 0 is equal to 0, right? Is left hand side equal to right hand side? Yes, the condition is true, right? And here I am saying if 0 percentile 2 is equal to 0, yes, condition is true. Print a of I. So what will be printed? Go to a, went to the a, go to the location 0, went to the location 0, and whatever is present over there, print that. That means L will be printed. Getting this point? And second time what will happen here is previously I value was 0. Now obviously you will be coming here back to this for loop. From here you will be coming back to this for loop, and what for loop is saying you have to increment now I value will be here 1. I value will be here 1, because 0 plus 1 is 1. You will be incrementing by 1 by default, right? So here now you will be coming again if I percentile 2. So what we are saying here, I percentile 2, I am saying I is equal to 1 now. Now my I is 1, and here you are saying I percentile 2, that means my I value is 1. I will say 1 percentile 2, is it equal to 0? Let's check. So what I'll be doing here is I will be doing something like this: 1 2 2 1s are is 2, which is greater than 1. So what I'll be doing, 2 zeros are, 2 zeros are is 0, remainder is 1, right? So what we are saying here, 1 equal to 0. Can left hand side is equal to right hand side? No, the condition here, this condition here is false, right? That means if this condition is false, you will not go inside if. This print is present now inside if, and this if is present inside for loop, right? So once this condition is false, will you go inside if? No, you will not go inside if. From here you will be again going back to this for loop. Getting this point? Now in the third iteration, now I value was 1 here, now I value is 2, correct? I value is 2. Now you will checking, is 2 less than 5? Is 2 less than 7? Yes, 2 is less than 7. Then what will be doing? If I percentile 2, now what will be doing? 2 percentile 2 is equal to 0. Let's check that. So what I'll be doing for it, I'll be doing something like this: 2 2 2 ones are 2, the remainder is 0 here, right? The remainder is 0. Then you can say, okay, this is a1, right? So that means you can say here 0 is equal to 0, right? That means left hand side is equal to 0. The condition is true here. The condition is true here. Once the condition is true here, then we will go inside if, and here we are saying a of I. Now what is my I value here? 2. That means it is saying a of 2. That means a of, go to the location 2, whatever is present over there, give me that. That means it will give me the G, right? Now when your I value was 2, now your I value will become 3. That means I value will become now 3, right? You will check, is 3 less than 7? Yes, 3 is less than 7. Then what you will be doing, if I percentile 2 is equal to 0, that means you will say 3 percentile 2 is equal to 0. Check this condition. That will be doing something like this: 3 2 ones are 2, the remainder is 1, right? So here you will be saying 1 is equal to 0. The condition is false, right? 1 is not equal to 0, or you can say left hand side is not same as right hand side. So when this condition is false, will you go inside if? No, you will not go inside if. You will come back here to this for loop, right? Now I was 3 here, now I will become what? I will become 4 now. Is 4 less than 7? Yes. What you will be checking? 4 percentile 2 is equal to 0. Let's check it. So I will say here 4, 2 2s are 4, remainder is 0. Then you can say 0 is equal to 0. The condition is true. Yes. Then you will say a of 4, go to the fourth location, it will be C. Like this it will work, right? So let's code it out. Let's say the string as it is, and here I'll be saying for, let's say some other h in range length of string, right? Length of string. And here what will be printing, we'll be checking the condition. If I percentile, we'll check is I, because I will be using as an index here, so we'll be checking here if this I is equal to 0, right? Whether this index is sorry, not I, we are having the h here now. That means we'll be using here h, right? H percentile 2, whether it is a even number or it is an odd number. Yeah, I will say, is it a even index or an odd index, right? So if it is an even index, what I'll be doing is I'll be say print a of h, sorry, not a of h, string of h, because our word is stored in string. Our word is storing in string, and for this range value we are storing the value at h, right? So now if I will run this program, let me clear the screen first. Now if I will run this program, and now you are getting is h l o w r d, right? That is h, this is 0 index, first index, second index, l will be printed, third index, fourth index, o will be printed, fifth index, sixth index, w will be printed, o, seventh index, r, eighth index, like this, right? So if you want to, okay, this is coming like this, but if you want all those things come in a single line, so you can say something like this: and equal to double quote, right? So now if I run it, you will get it like this as well. Getting this point? h l o w r d, got it? Or you can do one more thing here. Let's not print it, let's store it somewhere. So what I'll be doing here is I'll be creating the new word, new underscore word, and I'll be keeping this new underscore word as empty string now is equal to double quote. That means nothing is present here, right? So what we'll be doing here is whenever some character is coming, so I will say new word plus equal to string of h, right? So once we are done with creating a word, so at the end I'll be printing that new word, print new word. Okay, let's see this piece of the code, what we are doing here. So what we are doing here is something like this. Let me write the code here, exact code. I will be saying here string, and this string is containing hello world, right? Then we created a new word, that's new string, new underscore string, yeah, new word, and I kept it as empty. And here I am saying for h in range length of string, right? Bear with my handwriting, I know it is bad. And here I will say if what we have to check whether this h is even or odd. H percentile 2 is equal to 0, right? Then what we are doing is new word plus equal to string of h, right? And at the end we are printing something like this, print these are the indentations, new word, right? This is what we are printing here. Now if you look at this program, so first to check, so obviously string we are having here, and let me give the index numbers as well. That is 0 1 2 3 4 5 sorry 5 6 7 8 9 and 10, right? So here is a space, so we'll give the index number that as well. So here the new word is created, that's it, new word is creating here. This is the memory for new word, right? So what we are saying here, h for h in range length of string. So what is the length of string? It is 10, 10 plus 1 is 11, that means here you will be having the 11. Got it? Now initially what will be the h value? Initially everyone knows it is not, we are just passing the one value here, that is by default it will start from 0, right? So 0 is 0 less than 11, yes. Then what you will check, if 0 percentile 2 is equal to 0, right? If you will do the division here, so obviously you'll be getting the remainder here 0, so that means 0 is equal to 0, condition true. So what we are saying here, new word, this is the empty word, we are not creating anything here. You are saying new word plus string of h, that means string of h, you can say it is, what is the h value here? So I will say string of 0 here, right? And what is the string of 0 value? So it is saying that go to the new string, getting to the string, go to the index number 0, whatever the value is present here, that's h. That means here we will be getting initially h, right? Then we'll be going back to this for loop. So from here we'll be going back to this for loop. We will not go here to the print. Why? Because print is in the direction of this for loop, right? As I told you, once you touch the for loop, it will not leave you unless and until it becomes false, right? So from here it will come back again to this. So from here it will again come back to this for loop. Getting this point? So here what we are saying is for h in range. Okay, now this is the second iteration. In a second iteration, you know, the h value now will be 1, because incremented by 1 by default, right? H of 1 is 1 less than 11, yes. 1 percentile 2 is equal to 0, no, because 1 percentile 2 is this part, 1 percentile 2 is equal to 1, 1 is not equal to 0, so condition false. So will you go inside? If no, so we will coming back to this for loop, right? So now at the third iteration, what will happen here is this thing will happen. In the third iteration the h will become here 2, right? So h will become here 2. So what you'll be doing is you'll be coming to this, checking the condition here is h less than 2, yes. So what you'll say here, if h percentile 2 is equal to 0, that means you'll be checking here 2 percentile 2 is equal to 0, yes. 2 percentile 2 is 0 because 2 ones are is 2, remainder is 0, 0 is equal to 0, right? Condition is 2. So now we are, what you are saying, new string plus h, right? So can we say this is like this, something like this, new string is equal to new string plus, can I say that this string new string plus equal to string of h is somehow equal to like new string equal to new string plus string of h, right? So can you see here what is the sorry, new word, it's not new string, it's new word, and here it's new word again, right? New word. Now what is my new word? That's already h, string plus string of h. Now what is the h value here? 2. Go to the location number 2. So we went to the location number 2. What is the value here? L. That means L. Now if you are adding them at, it will become hl, and this hl you will be storing in the new word here. Now you will be storing it in here. That means this will become my hl now, right? Now in the third iteration, now your h will become 3. So previously it was 2, h will become 3 here, h is becoming now 3, right? So we'll see 3 percentile 2 is 3 less than 11, correct? Now you will be coming here at the if 3 percentile 2 is equal to 0, condition is false because 3 percentile 2 is equal to 1. So if you will trick here 2, 2 1s are is 2, the remainder here is 1, so 1 is not equal to 0, right? So condition false. So from here you'll be getting again here. So now what is h value? My h value will be something like this. H value is now 4, right? Is 4 less than 11? Yes.